Hey, it's been a hot minute since we've done a YouTube update, mostly because we've been spending so much time and effort during the pandemic to just get the content out the door, what content we have been able to make. So not as much time to keep you updated on what that content is, but felt like now was a good time to just sort of loop things back in. So here I am at the abandoned moon base to give you a what's up in spring 2021. And I say abandoned, that's a little bit of theater. Matt's literally in this room editing right now.
Hi, Graham.
Hi, Matt. And, you know, it looks good, right? It's a, like I said, it's a bit of theater. It's, you know, the moon base without people in it. I mean, this is what it looks like usually, with all the lights off and just junk everywhere. But that's not, you know, don't worry about it. Oh, this, by the way, someone, I think it was Kathleen, wrote, "I miss you" on here because we miss seeing each other face to face. And then someone changed it to "I miss uwu," I think. And there might have been a step or two that I'm forgetting, but then it was changed to "I miss egg," and then clarified to "I miss ceiling egg," who's doing fine, by the way. They're just rocking it if you're curious about the update of ceiling egg. And then I think it was "I miss feeling egg." I don't know where it went there, but now we're on "I miss feeling Greg." And I think we all miss feeling Greg in these trying times. Good grief. Now, the big question, and one that we're hearing from you a lot, and fair enough, because it's foremost in our mind as well, is when do things get to start going, say it with me now, back to normal? It's a fair question. The answer is we don't really know. Because, a reminder, the majority of you, statistically, most of our viewers are from the US. We are from Canada, and we've not been as quick off the mark in terms of vaccine rollout. Provincially, here in British Columbia, we're doing very well. Most people have got their first shots. We're moving forward. It's awesome. So what does that mean for Loading Ready Run? We don't know. We're talking about it. We're thinking about it, but we don't really have an answer. We do know that whatever happens is not going to be like flipping a switch. It's not going to be like some Monday, everything's back to the way it was 18 months ago. We're going to follow public health orders and everyone's individual comfort, which is really important because it's been a weird year plus of this, and it's going to take some adjustment. So what that means is we're taking things as they come, and that's what you have to do also, like it or not. It means that if there's a piece of video or a stream that you see that is produced in a way that is how we would traditionally have done it before all this, that doesn't necessarily mean that a different piece of content can also happen. There's not like a correlation there, because A is happening, that must mean B. So, you know, why not, hey, why aren't you doing this? You know, because we're already getting some sort of comments in that realm of like, hey, why are you still remote? Like, well, things are different here, and because we're not ready to not be remote. So, as ever, we just ask for your patience. Because believe me, we are also sick of this. And when we can do other things, you know, crap shots, use this room, do AFK again, play some board games, Dice Friends, Magic in a physical space, actually get to cut someone else's deck, film Friday nights. When we can do all that in a way that is safe and respectful, then we will. And until then, thanks for sticking around through all of this. So, there's the exciting part of the update. All right, let's talk about content. We have a new podcast on the YouTube channel. You might have noticed it. It's called The Endorphin Report with Daniel, Paul's brother, and Cynthia. You may remember Daniel from his podcast with Paul, Fight the Future, where they reviewed YA fiction. In this one, Daniel and Cynthia, and actually Paul's on a few of them as well, are reviewing very questionable romantic comedy movies, like some real like Hallmark dregs, frankly, and talking about sort of how they are movie-wise, how they think the relationship will turn out, and most importantly, whether the movie gives you the endorphins that a romantic movie is supposed to do. It's a funny podcast. Give it a listen. We also have the return at long last of Agatha Christie, the One Punch Grand, my Fallout 4 Let's Play that I stopped updating 5 years ago when some sort of life event happened. And now we've seen out the game. It's already recorded. Christie's adventure in the Commonwealth is complete. Currently no plans to do the DLC, but at time of recording there are several episodes yet to go because, you know, she's got a list of things she needs to take care of. We have 2 new streams over on the Twitch channel. We've got Is This Your Card with Benjamin Wheeler going through digital card games, non-magic digital card games, a different one every month. And of course, with Corey, we have the Can't Draw Horses Club, an art stream where they... horses were not necessarily intended to be thematic beyond the name, but I think there's been a lot of horsing around. Let's put it that way. We also have just a bunch of magic stuff happening over on LRRMTG. If you're into magic, if you like magic stuff, please do check out the other channel, LRRMTG. We've had 2 PPRs in the last 2 months and another one coming up for Forgotten Realms. It's just so much magic content. We did the Fam Jam, the big stream event, and all the Fam Jam VODs are up there. We did the Strixhaven PPR, and all of that is up there, and all the videos that we produced for the PPR are now posted separately on the channel. We did the Modern Horizons PPR. We've got Forgotten Realms coming up. Tons of magic stuff coming down the pipe. You are definitely going to want to check that out if you are into magic or just into us being excited about stuff, which seems to be a recurring theme. And of course, don't forget, YouTube-wise, that there is the Loading Ready Live YouTube channel with all of the non-magic stream VODs, and there's my own vlog channel, which I've updated twice of times during the pandemic, but hey, it's something. Turns out there's been a lot of other stuff on the plate, but we're trucking along. So stay tuned for more stuff, probably. Hey, let's talk about merchandise. Whoops, what did I hit? Oh, there's a garbage bin in here. Neat. Hey, let's talk about merchandise. We have continued to make and create a variety of things that you can spend your hard-earned Earth dollars on, should you so choose. Such as this amazing Agatha Christie playmat with artwork by Atomic Marshmallow. It's awesome. The wonderful Don't Talk About Bite Club vampire t-shirt in collaboration with our friend Jacob. And of course, there's always the Loading Ready Run Pride shirt. Get it before it's gone, which is never, because it's an evergreen shirt that's in our stock all year round, because people are queer not only in June. And some other older stuff too, such as the Coffee with Surge Keep Cups. These things are great. They hold a mean cup of coffee, but they're wonderful. They're glass and cork, and just really love those. And we've got the Wormwood dice vaults and dice trays. Lots of fun stuff over at store.loadingreadyrun.com. Do check that out. Also, this is honestly just more of like a cathartic flex than actually an ad, but the Season 11 DVDs and Blu-rays are finally out the door. People have already sent pictures, having received them, and it's just a colossal relief to finally have this out there. Boy, what a pain in the ass. Beach can tell you all about how miserable it was and why it took years and 2-3 different vendors we had to work with. We were like well far through the process with one production house, and then we had to drop them and go somewhere else. And boy, that was a bad feeling. It was like, all right, gonna start it all over from scratch again. Isn't that great? But the people who were waiting for this from the Kickstarter, the people who pre-ordered it on the store, nearly all of them have now gotten back to us and made sure their addresses are updated and are receiving them. If you haven't, check your email or email LRR Store at PMC Fulfillment, and they'll make sure to get you hooked up. If you didn't get one of these from the Kickstarter or the pre-order and you want one, well, we might have a few left over, but I don't know yet. It's too early to say, but mostly I just wanted to let everyone else know that these are finally out there and that making disc media now is miserable, and that sucks because I am a fan of it, but I don't know when we're going to make it again. Oh well. Store.loadingreadyrun.com for a bunch of wonderful things and more things in the future. Great pitch, me. Lord. All right, last thing I wanted to talk about real quick was crowdfunding and direct financial support, because we've always said everything that we do is brought to you by you, like PBS, brought to you by viewers like you. And that's true. We do occasional sponsored streams, we do work with Wizards of the Coast and other companies, but the vast majority of the funding that keeps the lights on here at Loading Ready Run, which I realize is a weird thing to say while I have the lights literally off, comes directly from you. Either by supporting us on Twitch, twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun with your free Amazon Prime subscription, by becoming a member here on this YouTube channel, get your questions in for Askler, or on Patreon. That's the big one. If you are already supporting us through one of those ways, thank you so much. It means the world to us. If you're not, that's cool. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching our videos, for commenting on our stuff, for telling other people about us. That's huge too. If you want to support us financially, you can get in on Patreon for as low as $1 a month. And if lots of folks did that in aggregate, that's huge. That's the difference between being able to bring other folks on full time, which is always the goal. And, you know, that's what we're hoping to do. So consider it. But as always, we've always said this, if you need to stop your financial support at any time, you do not owe anyone an excuse or an explanation. You take care of yourself first. Okay? Cool. I'm okay with that, and with everything else, I think. I think this whole thing has been okay. I hope that the next time that we talk in this form of the YouTube update, it'll be sooner. I truly do not remember when the last one was. And if you have any questions that I didn't hit on through the course of this, throw them in the comments. I'll be down there. I'll be responding to what I can. And that's it. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here as ever. And thanks for being you. Because you're great, I assume. I don't know. Maybe you're a jerk, but you do a good job of keeping it to yourself. So thanks. Oh boy. Definitely getting punchy these days.